no chance that I get cheated on. I'm at the top of my game," is probably what was going through 5-time Super Bowl MVP Tom Brady's head the exact moment that his wife was put in a reverse cobra clutch by her yoga instructor. 7 rings isn't enough. Go to the gym today.
It doesn't take much for a modern woman to apparently forget that she is married. We've got a good video for you here today from the Modern King. Let's jump into it.
Forgot I'm happily married and pregnant for a second there. We're all single at a Jonas Brothers concert, married woman, tanned and shaved, also married with 5 kids. We can do it. Actually shaved my whole body and I'm married with 3 kids. Is it happily if it's not to Joe Jonas? Solid point. I'm married with 3 kids. I'm gonna go to his concert on Saturday with my daughter. Just gotta look my best when in the presence of Joe. Dozens more of comments just like this of other married women encouraging each other to go out and be all.
If her husband saw that post, he would feel betrayed, and justifiably so. But the sad part is, if he speaks up about how disrespected he felt after she did that, she would tell him that he's overreacting to a joke. But there's nothing funny about wanting to leave your husband for someone famous.
Say, like, you're dating a guy, you meet as homeboys, and you realize, like, he ain't the leader of the pack. I can't. I don't care about what they look like, but I want my man to be the head honcho.
Like 35! You're like 35 years old talking about you want your boyfriend or your man to be the leader of his friend group. Are we in high school? Leader? The hell are you talking about, leader? We are grown adults. You're like 40 years old. I need my man to be the head honcho of his friend group. He also has to be the best at dodgeball in PE class. What the hell are you talking about? You're 45!
The irony of this whole thing is that even if her man was the quote-unquote alpha of his friend group, whatever that means, it wouldn't matter. She would still find an excuse to want to dump him the second things get inconvenient for her. It's just an excuse to break up with extra steps.
I'm so tired of this. It's like, I genuinely think that the CIA has to be paying these women to say the most psyop nonsense you've ever heard in your life. Shorty be 50 years old, talk about her boyfriend gotta be popular. What are we talking about? Genuinely, they got the podcast equipment, sat down in front of the mics, press record, and was like, you know what we should talk about today? Us being super grown, like 55 years old, talking about my boyfriend has to be the leader of his friend group or I can't talk to him. Mother of 8, talking about leader of the friend group.
It actually makes perfect sense why she would think that way when you realize that a lot of modern women like this just seemingly stopped maturing. A lot of them are grown adults with the mentality of someone who's just entering middle school. It's completely ridiculous.
Do you see anything wrong here? I see a happy family, happy husband, happy wife with a healthy child eating some low-calorie lettuce wrap tacos. I don't see an issue. You probably thought that this was gonna be like some upbeat rom-com, maybe even a feel-good movie. Nah, this ain't one of them joints. Soon as she threw the ground beef in the sink, this done switched over to a sinister slow burn horror that got you sitting up in the edge of your seat wondering what lies beneath the sink. Don did so. Meanwhile, the toddler's playing with toys and the husband back there playing Battlefield. They don't even know what she tossing in them taco shells finna get him hell and have that stomach tossing and turning like an insomniac up in the middle of the night.
There is no excuse as to why people think that washing meat with dish soap before cooking it is a smart idea. It's common sense that you don't use dish soap to wash meat, but the same types of people who do this think that glasses contain medicine in them to help you see better.
Talking that bathroom door finna be swinging like a Best Buy entrance on a Black Friday. That finna have a line around the house. Everybody in the neighborhood that done even smelt this finna need to come use the bathroom. This what your mama said. She told you, do not eat at everybody else. She forgot to tell you don't even eat at your White House, golly.
The sad part is that she used the very same knife to cut open the package of meat. It wouldn't be surprising if she didn't wash the knife before cutting up the vegetables, and it's kind of scary how there are people who legitimately think that they are making healthy decisions when doing things like that.
Is he bothering you, Queen? Wait, you cook for him? You know we have rights now, right? You should check his phone. Check his phone, check his phone, check his phone. Me if I got a lobotomy. Lavender marriage, no man deserves this. All this for a man and he's just providing for you? Ugh. The bare minimum. He's definitely cheating on you. No, he's definitely cheating on you.
Modern women cannot stand seeing anyone else be happy, it seems. They demand that everyone around them is as miserable as they are, so they have to leave toxic comments on videos to convince women to make the stupidest decisions imaginable.
She's breaking up with her boyfriend. Okay, quick backstory. He's a good guy. He's nice and all, but He just ain't it.
Many women who dump a man, even though he's nice, are doing so because they think that they can do better. And that's what stings for all of the women out there who discover that their ex has moved on, has found a new woman, because it breaks the narrative. He's not meant to find happiness with another woman. No, he exists as part of her story. And in her story, he is the loser chump that she dumped to get something better.
It can all be boiled down to the idea that if a woman dumps a perfectly good guy, then that guy is obligated to stay heartbroken forever. If he moves on, then she sees it as the ultimate betrayal, but if she moves on, it's an empowering moment in her life story.
She left him behind. She moved on to better things. He was just a stepping stone for her, a branch that she swung from in order to get to the better prize. Except she never got her prize. There was no better man waiting for her. Now she looks back at some of those options that she's discarded and finds that those men are happy in new relationships with women who love and appreciate him. It breaks their brain. No, this can't be real. This doesn't make sense. You were meant to exist for me.
The funny thing is, when women think like that, they cannot understand that the moment they break up with a dude, that man no longer exists for her. But in her mind, even when they break up, the man is still a possession in her collection of trinkets.
The only explanation is that men are trash. Yeah, that's it. Men are terrible. Otherwise, I would need to confront the fact that they were good men and that I'm not as high quality as I thought I was. I took them for granted. I had something good, but I got greedy. I wanted more. I overestimated my value in the dating market, but now that I'm older, I see that nobody wants me. God, I've f***ed up here. The best option that I had has moved on to another woman. Oh God, life doesn't keep getting better for women. I was just young and hot, but now I see that all my options are disappearing. All right. I need to make a change. I need to start thinking about what I bring to a relationship. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll be mature. I'll find a good man with good values. I'll grow up. I'll stop being so lazy and entitled. Tomorrow, I'm going to make a real change. Nah, just kidding. Men are trash. If no man wants me now that I'm old and bitter, I'll just complain about them on social media.
It's just easier for modern women to blame the planet for their terrible decisions. Nothing is ever their fault. They seriously believe that the world needs to change instead of them. That's the kind of thinking you find in your typical primary school student.
This was not done to her. This was a choice she made. And everything she's complaining about is just the natural result of that decision. She thought she'd find something better, and what she found was reality. Enjoy it. You know how it goes. She leaves because she's unhappy, and then a few months later, she's online crying in her car, talking about cost of living being too high and how hard her life is. And suddenly, the man she walked out on, he's a villain, he's a narcissist. And this clip is just the latest episode in that exact same playbook.
It's crazy how these women were able to botch up their own marriages. All she had to do was be nice to her husband, and she couldn't even bring herself to do that because she thought that she was entitled to a better man, whatever the hell that means. And even when she destroyed everything, it's still her husband's fault, apparently.
So I see women on this app crashing out because of how horrible their ex-husbands are, their baby dads are, just ruining their life and just, making their life so difficult. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so horrible what those women are going through. And now I'm one of them. I filed for divorce 2 months ago. I've been trying to look for an apartment, and the places that I'm looking at, I need to make 3 times the rent to be able to rent them. And unfortunately, with my job, I'm a CNA. I don't make 3 times the rent.
When she filed for divorce, income was on the back burner. Her mind was still operating on the idea that she'd be living with a dual income while being a single mother. It's only when reality hits her that she realizes she's completely unprepared for the world she's entered.
So I need a child support order to be able to add to my income so I can meet the requirement. And I've been trying to get into some sort of settlement with my soon-to-be ex-husband on that. And basically, he is blackmailing me, I guess. He wants me to sign away all rights I have to his military retirement. He is in the Army. He has been in for 18 years. He'll be retiring in 2 years.
That seems like an incredibly reasonable compromise. That man served his country for almost 2 decades, and he's earned that retirement fund. He shouldn't have to sign away half of it simply because his wife can't afford an apartment after leaving him, by the way. She's lucky he's meeting her halfway like that.
And I've been married to him the entire time, so the retirement's a marital asset, so I am entitled to part of it.
The irony in all of this. I've actually reviewed a video of hers before, but I can just tell you, she's all about being Miss Independent. telling women out there to not, don't rely on a man, saying how big of a mistake it is to depend on anyone but yourself. And yet, here she is saying, well, she needs child support from her ex-husband just to qualify for an apartment. My question is, what happened to all that independence? I thought you didn't want to rely on a man anymore. I thought you were done with that part of your life.
When a woman like that says that she's independent, all that she's really saying is that she's doing everything on her own, but everything she does is privately funded by a man. And because the man isn't seen, apparently it doesn't count.
You got this, girl. Go get your money up. Go chase your bag. Go be Miss Independent. But now that she's actually out on her own with a CNA income that doesn't even cover rent, the plan is to go ahead and lean on a man for child support. And while she's at it, squeeze part of his retirement as well. So she talks like she's the victim, but what she's actually describing is the natural consequence of trading in a family structure for, a freedom.
It is absolutely evil how she thinks she's entitled to this man's money, even after she broke his heart and is ripping his children away from him. It is insane how she wants to no longer be married to him, but still wants him to fund her life. It makes no sense.
And now she wants to act like he's the one being unreasonable. Because he doesn't want to hand over his military retirement after 18 years of service? This is the pattern. A woman leaves because she's unhappy, then realizes the comfort she had came entirely from his sacrifice. But instead of accountability, it's a spin. Now he's the villain because she can't afford life after walking away.
It's not the ex's responsibility to make sure that she's financially stable. She wanted to break free from the marriage, and now everything else is on her. That man put up with enough garbage without having to sacrifice for a woman who clearly gave up on him. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click this video that's up on the screen now if you want to see more. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.